Hi everybody, this is Sandri from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be doing week 27 of our A to Z times 2 series, and we are going to be working on brown paper bags. So let's get started. Yeah, so what I wanted to let you know is that during my videos, if you follow me, you will notice that I have been using a lot of brown paper bags and what you call it, recycled materials, etc., etc. So some of these ideas are not going to be old to you. They've been used before, and I've shown you, trying to show you as I go along what I'm doing. So I'm going to, got a list over here that I'm going to let you know or talk to you about where I use brown paper bags. All right, so for example, I'm sure I've told you I've got this whole reinforcer here, and I am using it at the moment on my neutral journal, which is this one here, and it allows me to cut out these whole reinforcement rings, and then I can use them. And the reason I bought this is because any material then becomes something that I can punch out with this, and also it will allow me to customize my whole reinforcers to be able to go with any of my junk journals that I make. And not only will you use it over here, you will use it on the tags as well. I'm just trying to see whether I have any. Yes, there's a tag. There's a tag here that I used it on as well. Okay, so all you do is that you find some brown paper, and I love the color. I absolutely love the color that it's turning out to be. So all I do is I take some brown paper bags, and I use brown paper bags specifically for their thickness. Okay, so they're not thin. These are the ones that the groceries come in when you order online. But I see yesterday when I ordered from Pick and Pay, they actually didn't come in this. They came in like recycled bags. So oh my gosh, I wonder if that's going to be the case now, because then that means my supply of these bags is cut. Okay, so I'm not sure whether any other shop does it. I know Checkers does it, but I don't know if they also changed. So all I do is I take this, and which means I must be careful now how I use this, and then I just punch the holes through it, and then I can just keep it there. Okay, so that's what I do. And then I get these here, so whole reinforcers. So our first idea, we're going to discuss 10 ideas. Our first idea is going to be whole reinforcers, which we can punch out using brown paper bags. But remember that we don't only have to use our whole reinforcers, the punch, to be able to do that. For example, if you've got a punch, let me just see whether I have it, because I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot we can use that. So let's get out a really tiny punch here. I think this might do. Let's see. Yes, so it's a small little circle punch. I have no idea how many inches it is. Probably like, I don't know, a 1/4 inch or so. And then all you do is you do that, and then if you've got a good eye and you can know where the center is, you can then punch it with the single punch. Okay, like that. And I'm not very good at that, and that's the reason why I bought that, as you can see. But then I've seen some people do it this way, where they punch that first, and then they go in, and they center it that way. Okay, so maybe I must just tear out some over here because it looks like my punch can't really go through that. Let's see, maybe now. Okay, so let's try this. Oopsie, put this in here, and yeah, kind of can do that. And then I also get a hole that I can use. Now there is a bit of a difference in it, okay, but it's not impossible to do. So paper bags to use for that purpose there. That's number one. So let's leave these punches over here. The next thing we can use it for is die cuts. So there's some die cuts over here that I've been using it on, and let me just show you quickly how it looks in my journal. I've made die cuts with these. Now they are a bit flimsy. Reason is that I cut them and then I just threw them into a packet, so they haven't been treated very nicely. But here we go. You can see this one is the back of the paper bag, and that's the front of the paper bag. Oh, you can see I even tore that one out there. Okay, but I want to show you what it looks like in the books. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you quickly. Right, let's see. Trying to show you one that's quite nice. Should have thought about this. Yeah, I kind of don't take a lot of time on this one, but here we go. So if you don't read all that, then you can see there's the ones over here made out of paper bags, and there as well, so you can add it to your journals like that, and they stick pretty well. There's more over here. Okay, so for example, there's some over here also made with the paper bag. So once they stuck down, they work quite well. Right, I mean, these were made out of 80 GSM paper, these ones here. So, and you can see that they stick quite well. So these were the ones with the paper bags. So you can make your die cuts with that. Then the next thing is to cover the back of cards. So for example, let's see what I have over here. Oh, there's a die cut as well. I meant to show you. There's a little die cut here of an envelope. So there's it, also out of the paper bag, and then I just stamped did a stamp on it. Okay, so from a die cut, and I managed to do that. Now how cute is that? Okay, so those are the dies that we can use. So 1, 2. Then we're going to look at cards. So you know I like using my pizza boxes and stuff like that. So I've used my pizza box there, and then I can take this and cover it with that. And it works out pretty decently, I think. Yeah. So for example, there we go. And I hope the glue is going to work, because I haven't used the glue in a few days now. Yeah, it's a bit stuck. Actually, I could have not used it for a week even. Don't always get the time to craft. I don't know. Maybe I did. I mean, I would have done a video, so maybe last week Tuesday. I don't know. I can't remember. But nevertheless, take your thing, take your brown paper bag and cover your back of your cards with it. I just want to line that up properly. There. Okay, so let's re-look at that. Let's bring it there and there. Okay, so there we go. Line that up now, and then when that's dry, you can cut it out. Okay, so say it's dry. And in this way you are enjoying the look of it, and you are repurposing. And then you can also make a thing with it. I'll show you now. Now, I'm not doing the best of jobs because I want to move fast, so I'll go later on and I'll tidy it up and things like that, but I thought I'll show it to you. So there we go. So we've got something that looks like that now. And then what we're going to do is we can take a, sorry for stretching, oh, you can't see me stretching, that's good. We can take a punch like that, which is a tab punch, and we can use this here. So sometimes it's good to keep all these little punches that you can use for a variety of things. And especially these days, ladies and gents, the economy is so if I could use the word poor, that everything that helps for us to continue creating, we need to take full advantage of it. And these are perfect ways to allow us to continue creating. And I know at one stage I could afford to get quite a bit of crafting supplies, but unfortunately it's getting bad. The economy is getting really poor, so I'm trying my very best. If I buy something, it's because I really need it, and also it must serve, especially if I'm buying punches or whatever. I really try to buy ones, or die cuts, dies. I'd really try to buy ones that I'm going to use very often. I won't go and buy something in a hurry that I don't need to use. I mean, I won't be using often enough. So can you see that? Now we just used the paper bag and we added a tab to it. Cool, bananas. So there we go, look at that. And that card's done and dusted. So the next thing we can do is we can stamp on it for collage. And I've shown you this where I stamped on this for collage purposes. Just used all the different stamps on it, and then here it is. I've collaged a piece of a roll here, till slip rolls or what, something like that. These are the ones that I collaged and I just added, stamped on, and I just added for collage purposes. And then I will neaten this out, and then it becomes a snippet roll once I decorate it. And there is a video on me doing a snippet roll. So there's another idea. So that's idea number 4. Then idea number 5, I don't have one to show you, but I can tell you that this journal over here, there's a paper bag in here, and then there is a Pro Neutral box in here. So you can't see it because it's all covered up, but definitely paper bag in here firstly, and makes it a little bit more squishy. So that's another idea. Journal covers, ephemera pieces. These paper bags made with ephemera now. So these are paper bag made with ephemera. I have a video. The only difference on this one here is that it was decorated. Well, it had some nice print on it, and I turned it into a pocket for an autumn themed journal. As I mentioned, I got a video on this. There's paper bag ephemera here as well, okay, which I made. I also got a video on how I did this, where I think I did 4 pieces of ephemera with 1 paper bag. And if I look in this journal here, trying to figure out where that is in this journal. so that I can show it to you. This one here. Okay, so let's see. For example, that's the bottom of a paper bag, and then I've done that on that side, and then on this side I believe I made a little booklet on this side of the paper bag. Okay, and this came from the bottom of that paper bag. You know, the lunch ones that you get, the bottom part of it, the folded part, I was able to make that ephemera piece. And if you want to know how I did that, then there's a video on that as well. I think I made a larger one as well, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere here. I can't remember. It's somewhere in this book as well. Okay, then there's paper bag, which takes us to paper bag ruffles. There's a paper bag made into a ruffle here. So let's pull that away. And there's a paper bag made into a ruffle. So you just cut the strip, you can see it's a paper bag made into a ruffle here. Okay, so we've used the paper bag, brown paper bag, for that purpose there. Made it into a ruffle and just added something to it. Okay, and then this is also paper bag ephemera, so a whole lot of paper bag ephemera that you can make. And there's a video on all these here. There's a video, I think it's 4 different types of ephemera with one paper bag or something like that. That's these ephemera that you can make with it. Okay, cool. Then the next one is junk journal pages. So here's a thin one. There's a thin page, thin paper bag, a brown paper bag. Here, these are not the thickish ones. So these are the ones I cut down to be able to make some of the ephemera. And now you can use a paper bag in a journal. Who's to say you can't use paper bags, cut them down and use them as pages in your journals? So you can do that as well. So that is idea, I think, number 5 or 6. Backing sheets on the table. You can open up a paper bag. I don't have any that I opened because they're quite large, and I didn't want to open any up. So you can open up a full paper bag, put it on your table as your backing sheet, and you can do your painting on it, your stamping on it. You know, your extra stamping can come on this. Your painting with your gessoing, you can rub your gesso, your brush that has a gesso on it, on this, and then you can then use this as a, so it becomes like a drop sheet firstly, and then once you are happy with what you got, you can continue stamping on it, and you can continue adding you know, what's this word, ephemera on it, like labels and flowers and things like that. And then you can turn it into a masterboard, or you can cut, you can cut it up and you can use it for your different ephemera. Okay, so use it as your backing, you know, to protect your work surface, and then after that you continue stamping and doing all those fancy things on it, and you can turn it into a masterboard. So the next one is let's see, I've covered ephemera, I've covered journal covers, journal pages, backing sheets, I showed you the paper ruffles, and then the other thing you can use it for is embossing on it. So I did this now. Okay, this is a paper bag I just folded in half. Don't know if you can see that it's folded in half, because it's folded in half. Okay, and all I did is I wet it, sprayed water on it, then I embossed it, and then I ran a white ink pad over it, the embossed part, and that's what I got. And how lovely. So now I will go back and I will glue it up so it can be one. And how would that look is a part of a journal card, or maybe just adding a picture of a flower that's fussy cut onto it or something like that. So that's, I think I covered everything in terms of paper bags in your many different uses. I managed to get 10 out of it, which was the whole reinforcers, the die cuts, okay, the covering of the journal cards in the back, and also our tabs we made with paper paper bags, stamping on it for collage purposes, and then turning it into, like for example, a snippet, putting it on a snippet roll. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 journal covers. So this had a paper bag in it, although you can't see it. Then ephemera, managed to show you a few pieces of ephemera in this journal as well that were made with paper bags. Junk journal pages, where you can take your paper bags and you can put it into your junk journal itself. Backing sheets, okay, lining your table with backing sheets, and then using it after that as master boards. Your paper ruffles, which I managed to show you in this journal here. Now I'm trying to find it. I can't, but yes, I managed to show that to you in this journal here, if I remember. There's another one with a paper bag. There's another ephemera kit with a paper bag. Yeah. And this idea is from Liz Creates. She's on Instagram, and she turned the paper bag into an ephemera holder like that. So that's another idea to use a paper bag. I forgot about this. Yeah, and I didn't actually show you how to do this. I didn't show this to you. Reason is, if you go to Camellia Crafts, hey, yes, Julie from Camellia Crafts has done this. So, and she referred her viewers to Liz Creates, so that's how I know Liz Creates does that, and she's on Instagram. And then the other one is embossing your paper bag, and then turning it into a journal card or a topper that you can add to, etc., etc. So that's it from me in terms of our 10 uses for paper bags in our journals, and I hope that you enjoyed that. It was something very, very quick, and the reason why I didn't do a lot of demonstration is because quite a few of these things I have already done on camera for you, or I have explained it through to you in some video or the other. So if you go back on my videos, you will see quite a bit of this. This is like a separate video. This one is a separate video. I can't remember whether I showed this on a separate video. I can't remember. But I thought I would just combine everything for you, and I would give it to you all together. And I hope that it is especially useful to you, especially in this declining economy of ours, where we need to find resources, or we need to find different sources of being able to decorate our junk journals with things that we have at home, or things that come to us that, you know, we will normally throw out, or whatever the case may be. So I hope that this has actually helped you in some way or the other, and I do hope that I have inspired you to be able to use paper bags in ways that you never thought of. Okay, so that is it from me, and it was a quick video for me. So I do hope that you have had an awesome week, and that you will continue to have an awesome week, and that you are well, and that you are safe. And if you like this kind of content, then please do consider joining my Facebook group, Sunny Creates Junk Journals. We share content of this type, and also we share freebies, and we share our creations. Okay, and then if you are not yet a YouTube subscriber, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Sunny Creates, and hit the notification bell so you will be made aware every time I post a video. And also I've got an Etsy shop, but right now we are doing a no digital kit. But if you want to look at some items in my Etsy shop, I will leave the links to all of those below. And you can also, please do follow me on Instagram, where I post pictures of the videos that I do. So I post more close-up pictures of the video, of the items that I create in my video, or that I create without having a video, so that you can then look at them in more detail. Do take care, everybody. Lots of love from me at Sunny Creates. Bye bye.